Jesse Griffiths in the 22. Jesse out of West Salem in the Griffiths Construction, Pizza Hut, K.K. Myers Landscaping. Jared Clay out of Lima in the other number 17. Elevation Construction and TJ Hunt Trucking sponsors on the 17. Jesse Griffiths time at 20.388, 20.388 for the 22G. Make that Jason Brennan in the number 11. Brennan with a time of 18.737. Jared Clay in the 17J, 19.339. Second lap, 18.675. Ryan Roby with a time of 19.164. 19.164 for Ryan Roby. Jared Clay with a time of 19.263.
Doesn't want to take off.
No. Should I put these hats on?
What's happening, everybody? Back at the Wayne County Speedway, season opener for the World of Outlaws. Can you hear me?
That would probably be better.
Yeah. We just had qualifying. Don't know what to do with my
race day, bitches.
we qualified like 29th out of 35 or something like that. The old car's a little lazy today. Not quite sure what that's all about. So,
I'm going to turn left a little faster and try to go
left
sooner and go back.
Yeah, so I really don't know what to do. I just kind of looked everything over and we're going to send it, see what happens. That's all we can do, so wish us luck.
Sponsor highlight. Sponsor highlight. Sponsor highlight.
First heat for your UMP Modifieds, Flint Tires and Auto Modifieds here at Wayne County Speedway. On the pole, it'll be the 21D, your fast qualifier tonight, Kyle Moore. Alongside him will be the number 14 of Dalton Lane. Row number 2 on the inside, Tristan Bickford is the number 75, and the 5 of Ryan Markham. Row number 3 on the inside, Mike Wilson in the 17, and the 12 of Kevin Davis. 4th row on the inside, 1 DJ of DJ Miller, and then it's the 22J of Jesse Griffiths, and on the tail will be the 16 of Ron Hamlin. First heat, the Hinthorn Golf Cart Sales heat number 1 for the Modifieds. 4 heats, top 4 will make it into the feature. Everybody else will run a last chance race. 8 laps for the Modifieds. Everybody's on fair game, being the first race of the season here at Wayne County Speedway, getting rained out. 8 consecutive race scheduled nights. So everybody's seeing the 3/8 mile of Wayne County Speedway for the first time in 2026. Rob's looking them over as they pick up the pace in turns 3 and 4. Green's flying, we're underway. Heat number 1, the Hinthorn Golf Cart Sales heat number 1. And looky here, it is the 14 of Dalton Lane taking over the lead from Kyle Moore. Moore dropping back to second spot. As it's the 17 of Mikey Wilson pulling into that 3rd place. Oh, getting way up into the wall is the 14 in lane as he slowed down the back straight away. We keep it green for the time being. And no, we don't. Caution flag comes out. Bucks make that the Bowman Beverage caution flag.
Yeah.
Dalton Lane
Sound right at
in that
all.
number 14 got way up high and got out of shape. And looks like he's got a right front flat tire on that 14 machine. Kyle Moore, your race leader. Then it's Mikey Wilson, the 17. Ryan Markham in the 5M. Tristan Bickford in the 75 will be in that third slot. Getting everybody back in proper alignment. Leader gets choice of high side or low side. Kyle Moore in that 21D wants the high side. Then Mikey Wilson in the 17 will take the low groove. Tristan Bickford in the 75. Ryan Markham in the 5 star in 4th place. That is Kevin Davis in the number 12. As we go back to green flag. Bucks Auto Sales green flag flying once again in heat number 1. And Moore's going to reclaim the lead coming out of turn 2. Down the back chute he goes. Wilson holding on to second, trying to challenge. Moore can't quite do it. As Bickford closes in on him, Markham runs 4th. Top 4 transfer into tonight's feature. $2,000 up for the winner. Moore likes a high side here at Wayne County Speedway. The track's a little bit different than it was last year. Not as much banking in it, so we'll see how he shakes out. As he slips coming out of turn 2, hangs on to about a half a straightaway lead over the 17 of Wilson. Bickford still running 3rd. Markham trying to find a groove for him as he runs in 4th. Then Davis in the number 12, rounding out your top 5. So Moore's still starting to stretch his lead out here in heat number 1. As he's pulling away from the 17 of Wilson. Bickford, meanwhile, still solid in 3rd. Markham in 4th. We're just past the halfway mark now. Davis in that 5th spot. DJ Miller in the 1DJ. And then Jesse Griffiths rounding out your field here in heat 1. White flag waving. Kyle Moore, your fast qualifier. Last year's track champion here at Wayne County Speedway. Looking to pick up that big bucks later on tonight. Rob's got the checkered flag out, and there's your winner, Kyle Moore in the 21D. Second place going to the 17 of Mike Wilson. Then Tristan Bickford in 75, and Ryan Markham in the number 5. Those 4 will transfer into tonight's feature, and everybody else will run a last chance race.
Up next, Dirt Car UMP Modifieds. I'll turn things back over to the voice of Wayne County Speedway, Mike Swinger.
2 last chance races coming up for your UMP Modifieds, Flint Tire and Auto Modifieds here at Wayne County Speedway. top 2 finishers in each of the 2 last chance races will move on to the feature tonight. Of course, $2,000 to win the Whitley game and Rayburn 20. So your first lineup for your first B main, it'll be Kevin Davis in the number 12 on the pole, Jared Clay in the number 17J, alongside him. Then it'll be DJ Miller in the number 1 DJ. Derek Hubbard in the 76 will start second row outside. Row number 3 on the inside will be the 22 of Jesse Griffiths and the 25 of Tim Settle. Fourth row will be the 14 of Dalton Lane and the 21 of Dewey Powell, and on the tail will be the 77J of Jared Ritchie. Rob looks him over and the greens are waving. Last chance number 1 for your UMP modifieds. And it's Kevin Davis leading them down the back straightaway and trying to hang on to that lead at the end of 1. No, it isn't. It's the 17 of Jared Clay swiping it as they came out of turn 4. So Clay, now your race leader. 3-way battle back there for that 3rd spot. But you want to be in the top 2 when the checkered flag flies at the end of this race. And right now, the 14 of Dalton Lane, who had difficulties in his heat race, trying to work his way back and make it into the feature. He's up into that 3rd spot. He's the guy to keep your eye on, that number 14. Davis closing in on Clay. Meanwhile, the 14 of Lane trying to catch both of them. Right now, everybody's staying about the same distance apart. Nobody making any moves yet. Davis right in the tire tracks of Clay as they go around 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. And now the 14 of Lane closing in on that 2nd spot. DJ Miller in the number 1 pulls to the infield. Your top 3 kind of squeezing together now as the laps tick off. All right, bumper to bumper. Clay in that 17 now being hounded very much by Davis as the caution flag flies, just as things were getting interesting. Bowman Beverage caution flag waving. Once again, top 2 move on. Dewey Powell slow down the straightaway. Dewey Powell, the reason the yellow flag flies. So Jared Clay in that 17, your race leader, but Kevin Davis was putting the pressure on. Meanwhile, Dalton Lane was also putting the pressure on both of them. So the last 3 laps should be interesting. All right, Rob's looking them over. The Buck Auto Sales green flag's out and waving once again. 3 wide. As Derek Hubbard now trying to make a run into the top 3 at least, but once again, only the top 2 transfer on. Hubbard in that 76 down low. He's challenging Lane for that 3rd spot. A little bit of contact as they went by the flag stand. Everybody able to keep them straight and running. But now Davis with the lead. Davis takes over the lead as the 17 of Clay, having his hands full and trouble with the 14 of Lane that time as they bumped crossing the finish line. Everybody desperate to get into that top 2 spot and a little bit too aggressive. As the Bowman Beverage yellow flag flies once again. And here's your replay. A lot of contact right there. He got a little bit sideways. Did your one-time race leader. Lost a couple of spots. And then it was Hubbard that actually spun out and collected the 17 of Clay. So Dalton Lane slowed down the back straightaway. That has not been his night, as he had troubles in the heat race and having all kinds of trouble here in their last chance race to try to make it into the feature. Feature paying $2,000 to win. Davis, your race leader, Lane in second. Dalton Lane in the 14 in that third spot. So next time around, we'll go back to green. Leader gets choice of high side or low side. Looks like Davis in that number 12 likes to start on the low side, not to put Lane in the 14 on the high side. Eight laps in, 2 to go. Bucks Auto Sales green flag waving. We're back to race action. And Lane this time takes control from that outside front row starting spot. Moves Davis back to second. 2 to go. See if they stay that way. As Saito in the 25. Checkered flag waving. Top 2, and your winner's going to be the 14 of Dalton Lane. Kevin Davis in the 12 will be second, so those two will add on to the feature later on tonight.